What's up guys, my name is Joey and in today's video we will be discussing the new play to earn game called Realm and basically determine if it's worth an investment for you or me for this new project. Now let's dive straight into it guys. Realm is a strategic play to earn resource management game on the Wax blockchain where you utilize your NFT leaders to save the world. At least that's their description guys. I really like it when they show us already some in-game content like this for example. We can already see a little bit on what is going on within their game and that's what I really like. Okay guys, so let's go to the website. The website doesn't look that great guys. First of all, that's a little bit of my concern. It looks a little bit dull, looks a little bit generic. There's not a lot of going on, but of course the most important aspect is the game graphic design. It's not that important, but we can already see if what type of quality we can expect for this game, right guys? Like if we quickly look at the roadmap already, it doesn't look that great guys in terms of design and in terms of usability, because I can't really read what is going on and that's a little bit of a concern. Also, I can't find any LinkedIn hyperlinks already, so that's another concern that I'm having. A lot of these new projects lack this aspect, and that is bad because I want a team to be transparent and I want a team to be known, and I don't want to do a lot of work into trying to find the people behind a certain project, right guys? They're asking for money basically, they're asking for investments, and therefore they need to be known and they need to be introducing themselves towards you guys, right guys? Because I invest into teams guys. Teams are the most important aspect for me as an investor, and I know for a fact that that's the same for many other investors like me. And then we dive into the project, right guys? And basically those two elements, if they add up into our personal preferences, then we can determine if we want to invest or not. So let's read what they have to say a little bit more. Realm is a play to earn resource management game where you strategically utilize your NFT leaders to save the world from devastation. Players will collect resources, unlock regions, earn RLM tokens, level up their realms, and much more. Now they already have a trailer guys, so let's take a look at that real quick.
The world was once a place of order. A lot has changed since then. A meteor caused devastation. Plague and disease spread throughout. War rages across nations. Humans are rapidly consuming Earth's resources. The current leaders are failing to control their people. There is still hope. A secret organization known as Realm is assembling a team to return order. You must choose that team.
So this is basically the trailer guys. First of all, I like the story guys because it's pretty realistic, let's be honest, especially with the war between Ukraine and Russia and all the geopolitical things going on recently in the world with Europe, United States, Russia, sanctions, you name it. So I like the story. What I dislike about this trailer, yeah, the same for the website guys. It doesn't really look good. I'm sorry, but in terms of graphic design and in terms of like identity, branding, and even in terms of their IP, yeah, I'm not really too happy with that, guys. It really looks outdated already. Now, again, guys, gameplay is king. That's always what I state. So if the gameplay is very, very fun to play, then graphics don't matter as much, okay, guys? So that is fine. But we can't seem to find any gameplay at all in this trailer, and that's another piece of my concern, guys. I don't see a lot of gameplay going on. One of the screenshots on their depth radar application already shows more gameplay than their entire trailer, right, guys? So that's a little bit of my concern. It doesn't tell us a lot. Let's continue, guys. Early access want to play Realm? Stage 3 is on now. Each new stage introduces new functionality as listed below. And if that's not enough, players are also able to win prizes from mini challenges set throughout the different stages as well. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3. Main game functionality restored. This is where the Realm truly becomes play to earn game. And this is where you put your hard-earned RLM to work in game. You can now use RLM to purchase things like boost, speeding up, training. I really get the idea that this is a staking mechanism disguised in the game yet again, guys. There are already so many projects that do the same thing, and it's a very lazy approach. Plus, it doesn't have a lot of potential because staking games, first of all, are not really a game, in my opinion. And second of all, it's really not fun to play and to be consistent with, because if the only intrinsic motivation for a person to come back on the game is to log on, to able to claim their token, that is not a lot, right, guys? Whereas if gameplay is fun and that keeps the player coming back, and on top of that you have a play to earn mechanic where the player also is able to earn money, now then you have a gem, guys. But this doesn't sound like a gem already. Not your typical NFT. Well, let's decide that ourselves, guys. Your NFT leaders or helpers will come to life when you use them strategically, build a team in the epic game realm. So yeah, again, guys, these are cards, and I already am certain that you have to stake your cards or put them to work or whatever you have to do. You basically stake them, you have to wait a certain few hours or days, and then you can claim your token, right, guys? Not really a game, not really fun to play. Blending and level up. Okay, so you have different leaders, so different leader cards, and they come with different rarities. That's basically it, guys. RLM salaries. It's time to put those leaders to work. See, exactly what I thought, guys. It's not a game. It's already becoming highly concerning for me personally as an investor. But let's continue to read, right, guys? Every Thursday at 11:30 p.m. UTC, we will be taking a salary snapshot, and accounts will receive their RLM salary within the following 24 hours. Check out the white paper for more detail on this. This will be a weekly occurrence until Realm goes live. Find your accounts in a list below to see what your leaders are currently earning. There's not much game going on, in my opinion. Let's look at the roadmap. We already quickly looked at it in the first minute of our video. It doesn't look good because I can barely read what is going on. Don't do this, guys. Whenever you already succeeded a part of your roadmap, don't have like delivered all on top of that, because I won't be really able to read what's going on. And it's also like the transparency has been lowered, so I can barely read what is going on. It's also very, very bad in terms of design and usability, guys. This is a very bad roadmap. It also only goes to Q1 2022, guys. And then next, what is going next? Like, from what I've seen, they are at least in a very, very alpha early stage of the game. I would like to see more about like what is coming in 2023. Will assets or your cards will really come to life, like in a 3D asset, for example? Because that would be interesting for me personally. Here you have an FAQ like any other project, so it's on the Wax chain. That is fine. It's actually pretty nice in terms of, you know, lower your gas fees and transaction costs. So that is good. I got a pack and I've got some leaders. What do I do now? When Realm is online, you'll be able to put your leaders into action to start building up your team. However, from now until the full game release, you will be paid a salary, basically a staking or holding utility for the NFT, which could be nice if the game is fun, of course. Tokens depending on the Realm leaders you hold in your account. For more information on this, check out the white paper. Now this is good, but it's also bad, because if you invest the token, there will be a lot of tokens out there because you can't use your tokens yet. So there's no reason for these tokens to get out of the market. So the prices will deplete by a lot until the game releases, right, guys? Before you can use the token, it's already not worth an investment because the token will not go up by any means. It will go down. When will I be able to play the game? The early access rounds are on now. To play in the early access rounds, you need to hold an early access token in your wallet. The full release on Realm is scheduled for the end of Q1 2022. Yeah, they say early access and then the full release is Q1. It doesn't really add up. Like, how much development is there actually going on? Doesn't seem to quite add up. But where is their team? We can't find anything about the team. But I was able to find a part about the team in the white paper. So let's go to the white paper and let's go to the team section real quick. So this is their team section, guys. I wasn't able to find these guys. The only person I was able to find on LinkedIn was this person right here, Kirsten Leah, which is a marketing coordinator for this project, guys. And when I found Kirsten Leah, you could see right here, Kirsten Leah, marketing coordinator at Realm NFT, means she doesn't really have a marketing background, right? She has some payroll background. She has some like assistant, marketing assistant. That's the only little bit of marketing that's going on. And before that, like recruitment consultant, recruitment administrator, payroll officer, marketing assistant for 1 year and 1 month, and personal trainer, payroll officer. Like, she doesn't really have a marketing background. So why on earth she's a marketing coordinator for a NFT project, I have no clue, because in my opinion, from what I can find in terms of information, she doesn't really have the experience to do so. And that is only the one and only person I could find on LinkedIn, guys. I've tried to find Mike. Where is Mike? Mike McGee. Somewhere here. Okay, here's Mike McGee, the Realm artist. I don't really like the design, guys, but that's a little bit subjective. I can't find Mike McGee or McCree or whatever his name is. I can't find the guy, and that's an issue. The other issue I'm having, if we scroll up a little bit and if we go to their cards and we can see their designs, basically, right here. Now you can see that they use a certain art style, right, guys? Now you know this art style most likely from whenever you go to a famous capital city, right, guys? For example, Rome or Amsterdam or whatever. You have these artists sitting there and you can like pay them 10 euros to make a caricature portrait from yourself, right, guys? That's basically the art style that they chose, which is fine. That's absolutely fine if that's what they choose, right, guys? But if we compare that to their entire website, we don't really seem like the same design, because this, for example, this world is very realistic, whereas their NFT cards are in a comical art style, right, guys? In a caricature comical art style, and that doesn't add up in my opinion, guys. It's not consistent in my opinion, and that it just lacks design. I'm sorry to say, it's really bad. And you can see the different rarities here, guys. 5-star, so 5-star is obviously the best, 1-star is the worst, and in between it's like mediocre, right, guys? You have different card borders as well. But yeah, how interesting is that, guys? Because that's basically, you have to stake the cards and then you earn a certain incentive in terms of a token. It's not really a game, guys. It's not really fun to play. Now the roadmap within the white paper looks better than what they have on their website, but it's still very shallow, guys. We can't find a lot because they still go until 2021, 2022, quarter one, and not any further. Oh, quarter two and beyond. Okay, let's read about that, because that's not a lot of information, guys. Stage 6 of the project will see additional leaders that will add even more variety and choices to your realm. Game updates, competitions, and rewards for the best realms will be introduced. That's not what I was waiting for, guys, because I would have liked to see that the cards really come to life in like a 3D asset, which doesn't seem to be quite the case. Now let's look at their Twitter account real quick. Twitter account has been made in June 2021, which is fine. It's not too recent. It's quite okay, but what they share on the Twitter account is a little bit concerning, guys, because they are only sharing information about new winners, giveaways, auctions, not really a lot about their team, right, guys? Ranking boards. Here again, we can see clearly the assets or the asset style that they choose to use for their game, which is fine if they would implement that throughout their whole website and transmedia design, in my opinion. Because yeah, it doesn't make sense. A realistic world and then we see a type of character like this. No, it's in my opinion disgusting, not intriguing at all. And if we continue to scroll down here, there's not a lot of information, guys. I would have liked to see way more gameplay than what is portrayed on their Twitter account. Let's go to their Discord channel real quick. I already checked that, of course, in their announcement tab. I believe I saw a trailer somewhere, but let's check that out. Hacker, yeah, it doesn't see a lot, guys. Updated white paper 1.3, realm auction. This is a snapshot announcement. This seems to be some kind of an event or contest. Yeah, I don't see any gameplay, guys, again, but here we can see a couple screenshots about the game. So here we can see the different cards. We could see the cost, time. Yeah, it doesn't say a lot. And the time aspect already proves the fact that it is indeed a staking mechanism disguised in a game, guys, because you need to buy a card NFT, so one of these, and then you have to stake them or put them to work or whatever they do in this game or whatever they define it as. And then you have to come back later in order to claim your token. It doesn't hold any ground, guys. This is not worth an investment for me personally, but do your own research as always, guys. How much fun is this, guys? Basically, you have all your NFT cards listed here. You click on work or play or whatever the definition they choose, and then you have to wait for the timer to be completed, and then you have the token. How much fun is that, guys? Zero, because yeah, that's not a lot of fun. They do have a little bit more mechanics within their staking mechanism than other projects, I have to admit that. So they do really try more to become a game, but they don't really achieve that goal, in my opinion, because they are implementing different ways in order to use your token by being able to upgrade upgrade certain buildings or utilities, or in this case, training facility, right, guys? So basically, you can upgrade this building with the RLM token, and that's how you will be able to train to get more NFT cards, for example, right, guys? So that's how they try to introduce more burning mechanics for the token, and how they try to become more like a game, but they don't really succeed in that, in my opinion, guys. We could see a little bit more going on here, but yet again, doesn't look interesting at all. It's not like I can walk around with my character in a 3D environment, for example. I don't see any 3D assets besides research lab as far as 3D goes, right, guys? Merry Christmas. Yeah, not a lot of going on. Let's see what's happening over here. The Nifty Show. Yeah, that is 20 minutes. I'm not gonna go check the whole video, but here we can see a little bit of gameplay going on. As far as gameplay goes, you need to train some helpers at the training facility to send on this mission. Yeah, it's a staking mechanism, guys, because you need to send them on a mission, basically stake your card. He's doing that here, train. Maybe you can upgrade your cards for them to be able to allocate more when you stake them, but that's not really interesting, guys. You have to wait for a very simple timer. It looks like a text-based MMORPG. We see some 3D elements right here, guys. This is what I find interesting. I do find the world and the 3D building elements, I do find it interesting because that implicates more like a game than all the other gameplay aspects that they have implemented for the game so far, right, guys? You can see that you can upgrade your different buildings. So yeah, it's not really interesting. You can see your resources, helpers, and salary on top. So overall, I'm not too happy with this project. We can already wrap this up. The thing that is better about this staking mechanism game than all the other variants that I already did a review on my channel is that they try to be more like a game, and I would have liked to see in the roadmap more of those elements. Like if we go back and look exactly what is going on here, I would have liked to see more, right, guys? I would have liked to see more 3D elements. I would have liked to see more animations maybe going on, so it becomes more like a game rather than a staking mechanism. I can't seem to find that anywhere in their roadmaps, and their roadmaps are really dull, guys. Q1 2022, that is really bad. I would have liked a way more in-depth long-term approach, which they didn't do. Simply as that. And also the team, I only could find one person, which was Kirsten Leah, which is a marketing coordinator for the game, and she doesn't really have a lot of marketing experience from the information that I can find. And I tried to look up what she's doing behind this project, and the only thing I see is that she's basically a community manager in the Discord. So how far the marketing goes, I don't really know. Also, guys, the design looks really awful, but again, that's just my opinion because I am aware that design and liking a certain design is pretty subjective, right, guys? Maybe there are some people that really like the design. I don't really think it holds ground. It looks outdated already. Their cards are in a certain art style and their whole website is in a different art style, so it doesn't add up. So that is very weird. It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't look good. This project does not look good, guys. This is not worth an investment as of today. Maybe if they do way more work on their actual gameplay, then it might be worth, because I could see the potential somewhere, because a resource management game could be fun on the blockchain, right, guys, if done right. And it can even be done in a sort of automation way, but there has to be way more utilities and gameplay for the player, right, guys? Otherwise, players will get bored rather sooner than later and this game will die. That's what I think will happen with this project. I don't think this project will hold ground, but yet again, do your own research, because remember, guys, be a leader in this space and do not be a sheep. Peace out.